Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to extra time for Everton 1, Southampton 2. We're going to go there. We're going to look back on the must not lose game that we, proceeded to lose. Joined by Terry and Owen, we're going to really get stuck in, for better or worse, to this game. I'll start with Owen. But were you at the game, Owen?
Yeah, unfortunately, I fucking was. And it was the most 95 predictably miserable minutes of a game I've seen forever. This season has a unique ability of the next week, like outperforming the previous week of being the worst match I've ever seen in my life. And
Yeah.
ironically, right, when I saw the team, I thought, you know what? If we score a goal, we should like win the game because there's not a lot to be exposed here. We're not going to be like all singing or dancing up the pitch. We're going to keep it pretty tight, and if we get a goal, we should win the game. And these are rubbish, so you know what, fair play. And then you know what happened before the game happened. We'll get onto that in a completely different video. I don't want that overshadowing how terrible Everton were at football on Saturday because I feel like that needs its own level of scrutiny. Um, but then the game started. We were very back to basics forward with our approach. We got the ball forward quickly. I thought it was two kinds of teams really low on confidence. Passing was all over the place. I think both teams were panicking, especially in like silly fouls and like pullbacks, but they were scared of conceding, which is understandable. Yet the referee didn't seem to want to give any of them, which was a mystery to me. Um, it then goes on. We've had some half chances and like we're trying to like deliver the ball into Calvert-Lewin in the most unbelievable of ways. Like he's got three men round him and we're just like floating him like over the top for him as if he's. It's like the service to him was horrific, and then he gets the blame unbelievably as why we can't score goals when we give the ball to him. There's no one within like a 5 mile radius of him, and yeah, expect him to work with that. Fine. Um, then the half carries on. I thought a lot of people have said like we deserve to be leading at half time, but I thought they got the ball forward quickly, got into some good areas, but like the final pass was like terrible, and it was like it's still travelling now down bottom somewhere. The passes in the first half, they got that together a bit more in the second half and got in a lot more, and that's where we got exposed. I thought we were first half still shaky, but we still had like one or two chances first half, whereas second half was a complete mess. Onana scores the corner, we get into a good area. He peels off his man, puts it in, and at this point you're thinking, well, we've got the goal and we should keep tight. But then these moves I was just talking about start to materialise, and James Ward-Prowse hits it beautifully at the end of the first half, and Jordan Pickford pushes it onto the post, and it's a really good save because it's going in, and he pushes it onto the post, and then you're thinking, hopefully that's as much as they've got this afternoon.
Wake up
But
call as well. You think it's a wake up call, but clearly not.
second, and then this is a completely different topic. I want to push out to people because we'll go more in depth on the manager situation, different video later on, whatever. But
Probably
I
going to
just
go
want to
into
know,
it on
but
that one. So definitely.
yeah, well, I'm running two minds over anyway. But I just want to know your opinion on what happened to half time in the Everton dressing room because I honestly like don't have a clue how a team can go from looking meh, average and pretty bad to like Derby County 2007. I want to like push out and hear some theories because I just can't understand how any coaching team in the Premier League can make the team look so much worse after half time, and this has been the case for a year. I'm gonna push out there.
Um, I can't explain it, but we always seem to do it under Lampard, and it's pretty painful because even when you go have an okay-ish half and we go in a goal up, you're like, we'll find a way of losing this game, and that's how I felt like. I was like, even against these, I thought somehow didn't think we'd lose it, but I thought we'd probably end up giving away a draw here. But somehow we went even worse than that.
I just got no idea how you can go from looking pretty average to just like I don't even know what formation we're playing within 15 minutes. Is he like in some sort of sadistic way really enjoying this or something that he knows he's going to be kept on? Is he actually Agent Frank? Is he the real agent? Is he the real baddie here? Because I'm like, come on, you couldn't even like try to make a team worse. If you were trying, you couldn't make them that bad. Honest to Jesus, and he has his cult following and stuff. Absolute embarrassment.
Poor coaching. They've gone into half time and they've come out asleep. They've not been properly prepared for the second half.
Every week though for a year.
He said it in his post match interview that he basically, it wasn't about tactics half time. It was about vibes. Basically, is what he said. Like it's about sticking together and all that. So they've come out with no tactical sort of insight or instruction, and they've been caught cold.
The first goal in the first minute of the second half was because they were all too busy meditating on the edge of the box.
They're not coached well enough. Like, we'll come on to the second goal, which as much as I don't want Lampard, I've got sympathy for him on that one. But it's just poor. It's a symptom of poor coaching. They're not prepared in the second half when they come out, and they're conceding early again.
This is what happens when you appoint multiple back coaches as well, because this kind of, game of two halves almost, when we sort of snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, has been going on since Roberto Martinez, to be honest with you.
Yeah, not this extreme though. I mean, this is like every single week. But
yeah,
but we then get into the trap where we think that, do you know when Everton play like 25 passes across the back line in any period of time? I just know the game's lost at that moment. And that's what we did after the goal. And I was like, yeah, that's it. But I know they'll nick her off us at some point. We'll concede. And the game will be lost because we won't have any idea to come back. Amadou Onana was the bright spark, and I do want to talk about him because I thought I can just see the potential of him in a completely different maybe club, different setup or Everton, wherever, because he's got Premier League attributes is where I call them in terms of physicality and being able to cope. Idrissa guy, honestly, if I talk, I'm in big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble, so I'm going to pass it on to you, Terry, to praise Amadou Onana.
Had his best game in an Everton shirt, but he can't be everywhere, can he? So should we go on to the second goal? Well, Southampton's second goal.
That was brief. The one bit of praise doesn't get anything.
Well, that was it. Like, what else? We're going to praise because Onana was the only thing worth praising in that game.
Yeah, everyone else was rubbish.
I'm at the point now where, apart from this one thing I'm going to say now, but after this, I'm not taking out individual players at this point. They're all coached horrendously, and they are better than what they're showing. Whether they're not a great team, but they are a lot better with a better coach than what they're showing. But honestly, the world's best coach can't legislate for our star boy, fucking Claire Balding. Giving away a free kick in a dangerous area, one of the best set piece takers in the Premier League on the opposition team. That goal that we conceded from that free kick was telegraphed from the minute that Gordon made that foul. He's a fucking idiot, that lad. He thinks he's somebody. He's done nothing. I honestly don't want to see him in the team again for a long while because he doesn't add anything. Just thinks he's he's arrived and he hasn't done a thing in the Premier League.
He does more fouls than he does passes or shots put together.
It's booked every game. He's scored like 5 goals his whole career, and 4 of them were deflected. It's just absolutely... He's just a waste of space at the minute, and he needs to get his head in check. Last year, he stuck out a mile because he was the only one with a good attitude who was working out for the team. Now he's gone the complete opposite way. He thinks he's this player, and he doesn't have to, put the ugly stuff in. But as I say, after that, no more. I'm not even taking out individual players for as long as this manager's still here. And obviously, we've seen tonight reports from Mark Douglas in the Independent that the club are possibly going to stick by this absolute chancer in the dugout, the worst record Yeah, the worst win percentage of any Everton manager. He's worse than Benitez. Benitez was less palatable to people because he was a copite who was sacking people everywhere behind the scenes. Because Lampard talks a little bit smoothly and is a lot more articulate, he's getting away with murder. This game was. I thought the only upside of this defeat was, well, at least that's seeing Lampard off. But now it's going to go into another one. Well, if he loses against Man United, then he's going. We lose against Man United, but they ran around a bit. Oh, well, if he loses against Southampton, then he's got to go. Oh, well, the fans after the game were a little bit naughty, so we're going to stick by him. Or Machini's backed him in the middle of the week. Well, if he loses against West Ham, then we're going to. The next manager, imagine he'd have had whoever it is, and we know who me and Owen want it to be, but imagine whoever it is would have had Wolves, Brighton, Southampton, West Ham as games, not Arsenal, Liverpool, the games that are coming up afterwards. It's ridiculous. We're just literally, we're such a frustrating club to support, I swear to God. We don't ever make the right decision. Our revered board, who always get it right, never get it right.
Literally never. I just want to touch on Gordon as well because he's another absolute clown. I've called out for a long, long time now, and people can keep sending me nonsense on social media how I'm this, that, and the other, but I seem to always get it right. So you mightn't want to start listening. But yeah, Anthony Gordon said it for a long, long time, and this isn't just like a personal ego thing. He's just not very good at football. He just doesn't possess the technical and tactical qualities necessary at this level. He's all emotion and hype and vibe and looking like he's doing something, but he possesses no like skill to do so. Now, I'm going to like consent to his name and bleep it out for the viewers, but Gylfi Sigurdsson could get away with that because he could put one in the top corner, even though he like lacked everything else. Anthony Gordon, like, is just thinks he's this incredible player who can just like grab a game by the scruff of its neck, but has never done that. His only kind of like praise he's ever had as Everton is when he's been playing in a team full of kids under Benitez a year ago and was the talisman of the night and ran around because he was playing with the likes of, I don't know, who was the highest Brown and whoever was in the team back then. That's the only time he's ever been like standing out. Other than that, he's done nothing, and he scored a goal against United, I believe, last season, which deflected off about 8 different people and then went in. But he is not good enough, and people rightly give Dwight McNeil a lot of stick and a lot of criticism. A lot of them for personal agendas that have been going on a very long time. But
McNeil's well better than Gordon, in my opinion.
But McNeil possesses something that Gordon doesn't have. McNeil can just take it on his left foot, whack it, and 1 in 10 it might go in. He's got a decent cross on him as well. Gordon just has nothing. Dwight McNeil's been playing in the Premier League 5 years, and for 3 of them, I think he's done pretty well. The last couple of seasons, he's been rubbish and lacking on confidence, and he shouldn't be in an Everton team at the moment because he genuinely doesn't deserve to be. But if you're asking me who I'd rather in my team for the understanding of the game and a little bit of quality that they can show on an occasional basis, it for me would be Dwight McNeil, but ideally neither. But then again, this shows back to the recruitment team, and I haven't even started on them yet. Copy Kevin, that is the only signing he can pull out of his arse a couple of days before the transfer window is an on the floor Dwight McNeil and Neil Mopai, who's that bad he can't get into the pitch. He should have been released over Rondon. Jesus Christ! At least Rondon, like, you can whack it to him in the 98th minute and it might hit his head. Just go over. Mopai serves no purpose to Everton, and again, I didn't want to sign him even.
We'll leave it at this on the game anyway. We'll go on to the let's be honest, the even dutier stuff. Finish up with there. Anyone who dares.
Can we mention like being searched on the steps of the Gladys Street before going into the game on this video, or is this a different video?
This is about the game. We are going to do a show like soon about the basically what is going on at Everton, which is the one that I think we'll all have a lot to say. And but we will get on to that. But for now, anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you've got any, if you actually want to further discuss the game, drop us your comments below. Give us a like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching on the Toffee Blues.